Very, very cool. All right, this year marking 10 years since piping plovers returned to Green Bay after being gone for decades.
Since 2016, the endangered birds have been nesting on Cat Island, thanks in large part to a major habitat restoration effort. Victoria Frazier shares how that project is now helping the species continue a comeback.
In 1986, the piping plover was recognized as a federally endangered species. The shorebird nests along the northern Great Plains, Atlantic coast, and Great Lakes. In Wisconsin, the plover population can be found at the Apostle Island in Ashland County and the Cat Island in Lower Green Bay.
Having birds nesting in Green Bay has really shown the species propensity to start to grow and expand within the state. So we're really excited to continue to help support them in that.
2016 was the first time in 75 years that the piping plover nested successfully in the Bay Area. Obie has returned 9 times since then, fledging 26 chicks. Obie and other piping plovers are able to be identified by the bands on their legs.
There were 88 pairs throughout the Great Lakes documented, which was actually a record high. So we're excited. They're still endangered. There's still a low population, but they're trending in the right direction.
While the shorebird's growth continues, factors like their habitat conditions and avian and mammalian predators remain a threat to their survival. The U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, Audubon Great Lakes, and other conservation partners have focused on restoring Great Lakes open beach habitats. In 2012, Cat Island began a restoration project to restore the natural footprints that eroded in the 1970s.
So this project, in part, is working to restore that island footprint that was lost. So of course, in rebuilding it, we're regaining back island habitat, but we're also protecting all of the extensive coastal wetlands that fall on that leeward side.
Conservation experts say it's important to remember to share the shore as the piping plover continues its comeback. Reporting in Swamico, Victoria Frazier, Action 2 News.